In our previous lesson, we looked at the assignment activity within Moodle and how to create an assignment activity where we allocated marks for each correct answer. In this lesson, we'll be looking also at the assignment activity, but with a rubric as a marking guidance. So let's go to our course. And you know it's under basics. First, we need to turn editing on. And then add an activity or a resource. Again, we'll choose the assignment activity. We give it a name. And then under description, I want to add a Geogebra activity here so that the learners can follow the activity and then submit their assignment. So I'll go to Geogebra, and this is the activity that I want to embed. So let's get the embedded code. And we'll copy this code within our Atto editor. So let's click on the arrow and then the HTML editor. We can remove this and paste our code in here. And if we close the editor, you'll see that the activity loads here. Okay, so this will be the assignment. And now let's upload the instructions. Here's the instructions. Let's upload it. Now we can add the availability, that is the allow submission for, and the due date as well as the cutoff date, and the remind me to grade. Okay, since we'll use the due date and the cutoff date the same date, let's change this. Scroll down, and under submission types we use online text and file submissions. Then we only want to allow one file to be uploaded, and you can choose whether to set the limit size to your specifics. We can also choose whether to accept certain files here. Under feedback, we leave it on feedback for comments and annotate, as well as feedback files, since I will be uploading the memorandum for the students to see. Under submission settings, I choose yes because I want learners to actually click on the submit button. And under requires the students accept the submission, I click on yes. We leave never on additional attempts, and this is a single assignment, so we'll leave the group assignment as no. Then I want learners to receive a notification as soon as the submission is due, or whether the graders to see that where the assignments are uploaded. And then under grade, and this is important, let's leave it on point. But the grade method will not be simple direct grading, but a rubric. We can leave the others on its default. And just on activity completion, we choose here, show activity as complete when conditions are met. And these two conditions needs to be met. Okay. The others we can leave as is. Let's click on save and display. As soon as we've clicked on save and display, make sure that change activity grading method here use rubric and not marking guide or simple direct grading. Let's leave it on rubric, and then we can click on define new grading form from scratch. Once we click on that, it will open up this window. Here we can provide a name for the rubric. We can provide a description, and here under the levels, now we can do this beforehand, where we can actually add the rubric. Okay, so let's go to our Word file and see how this is done. So here's my Word file or my rubric in Microsoft Word, and this is what I want it to look like. Okay, so let's just drag it to the side here, and here's my rubric. Okay, so now we can click on Edit, and our first criteria will be determine the Y values. Okay. Click anywhere in the white space and it will change to that text. Then under click to edit value, this will leave as is, 0 marks. We can change the heading there for not able to. The second one will be with assistance. This will be 1 mark. And then the third one will be standard. Okay, and then let's add another level. And this will be 3 marks. And here the learners are proficient. So now we have our first criteria, and that is determining the Y value. Let's add another criteria. The second one is to plot the X and the Y values. And now the same here, not able. Third one is standard, level. Let's change that. The third one is proficient. And yes, that's it. So now I have 2 criterion. One is determining the Y values, and the second one is plotting the X and the Y values. Okay, so now we have that. Let's scroll down, and here we can leave this as is. We can save the rubric and make it ready. Let's increase the size here. Okay, so here's my assignment. And if the learners select certain blocks here, they will see what I did. And now for their assignment, this is their assignment. They can click on it and it will download to their computer. And once they open it, here's their assignment. Use the rule and complete the table. Use the rule and complete the table. And with these values, the X and the Y values, they need to plot it on a graph. Okay. So now, once they've done that, they need to upload this assignment. Okay, so let's do that. So let's just log out and log back in as a learner. So here I'm logged in as a learner. Let's go to the activity. It's under basic. And there's my assignment, functions assignment 2. Let's click on it. Now the learner sees the activity. And here's his assignment. He clicks on it, it downloads to his computer, he opens it, he completes the assignment, and now he needs to re-upload this completed assignment. Okay, so let's re-upload it. Here you'll see is the rubric. Okay, so now let's click on Add Submission. Once he clicks on Add Submission, now he can upload the file by clicking on Add File. Go and find it on his computer. Upload this file. And there's the uploaded file and now he needs to click on Save Changes. Okay, so there's the file uploaded. Now the learner can either edit the submission, remove the submission, or submit the assignment. So let's submit the assignment. Now the learner needs to confirm whether it's his own work. So let's confirm and click on Continue. And now it's done. So the learner submitted the assignment and now the teacher needs to mark the assignment. So let's log out and log back in as the teacher. Once the teacher logs in, they can go to the assignment, click on the assignment, and now you'll see that there's one participant, one submitted, and one needs grading. So now we can click on View All Submissions. If we scroll down, we see there's the learner's name and there's the submitted assignment. Now we can click on Grade to grade this assignment. Now remember, we've added a rubric, so here's our rubric. And let's just wait for the assignment to load. So there it's loaded, and let's pretend the learner completed the assignment and now all the teacher needs to do is select one of the criteria, whether it's correct or incorrect. So let's choose standard level, and here is proficient in plotting. Okay, so that mark will be 2 and that will be 3. And now we can leave some comments. Let's choose that comments, and now we can scroll down. We can either upload the memorandum for this activity, or we can upload additional files for the learner to complete. So let's click on Save. And now that will be saved. Let's go back to our assignment. Now at grading, at our grades, if we look now at the grades, you'll see there that Andy submitted assignment 2 and he scored 83.33%. So let's click on that. And you'll see, if you scroll down, you'll see there 1 submitted and none needs grading. If you can click, you can now click on View All Submissions. You can now click on View All Submissions. And you'll see there that Andy, his assignment were graded and he scored 83.33%. And there's the percent. And there's the feedback. And this is how we create a rubric activity where we use a rubric to actually mark an assignment of a